I'm Turner, and our lovely camerawoman is...
I'm Jasmine.
Fantastic. All right, looks like the cheers are getting underway here. Lots of energy coming out from the Stormcrows, looking to, get a bit of validation from last year's upsetting defeat. And of course, Edmonton looking to defend their title. Of course, the actual medal matches will be happening tomorrow, but this is the first time they will be facing off in this series since last season.
This is also a time that they will be studying each other's plays, each other's strategies, because more likely than not, these two teams will be playing each other in the gold medal match of this year's regionals. So this is really learning what each other does.
All right, looks like we're starting to get some starting lineups coming out.
Top two.
Still waiting on a couple more players from the Stormcrows here as they make their way over to their side of the field.
Of note, on the Stormcrow side is Indiana Nickel, their Vice President of Athletics, starting as a beater. He normally plays a chaser for the majority of these games, but he has started as a beater several times just to get bludger control at the very beginning of a game, as he is probably the fastest man in Quidditch in the Western Canada.
Edmonton, are you ready? Hold the line!
The classic hold the line shout from Edmonton is getting the energy going for this game.
Edmonton will be white. Rooms down. Rooms up!
And we're underway here. Looks like Edmonton gains control of the quaffle first. Got number 15, the white keeper, going up, and a really quick goal right there, number 36 on Edmonton Aurors. A really strong start from that team. Lots of energy coming out. You can feel the air. It's tense. There's a lot of energy here.
And as of note, as predicted, Indiana Nickel has subbed off and put on a chaser headband. Uda Schwartz, previously on the German national Quidditch team, is now playing in as beater.
All right. Looks like number 80 gets a nice pass, and the goal is actually good for number 3 on the Vancouver Stormcrows. Knocking over a hoop in the process, of course, but it happens. It is Quidditch. And quaffle being brought up by Edmonton once again. Number 36 going for a drive with the hoop, and a beautiful goal there. That's right, we are now 20-10 for Edmonton Aurors. Starting off nice and strong here.
Weaver is now bringing up the ball up against a no bludger defense, and he's almost
brought
there
down
and taken out by number 36.
Looks like there's another struggle for the quaffle. More contact, and the ball is out of bounds, but it will be brought in. And there is a stoppage of play there. It looks like there was a bit of confusion as to what was going on the sidelines, as one of Edmonton's player was brought to the ground, and the quaffle did go out of bounds. Getting a quick sub for an injury, it looks like, on Edmonton. All right, and there's the whistle to continue play with Indiana Nickel just off to the side, trying to bring the quaffle in. He is successful, and looks like another drive to the hoops from number 3, and he dunks it right in. Fantastic move there from the Vancouver Stormcrows. Looks like it's 20-20. That is a tie game at the moment. You can see the level of skill and experience from these two teams, both having played for a long time. Lots of experienced players. it's no wonder that this was such a exciting match to be watching. And Edmonton with the waffle again. 0. Oh, over to the keeper, and he's brought down as well. And that is a turnover down to the Vancouver Storm Crows. Playing a bit slow, getting some subs. And it looks like the quaffle is going to be brought up by the Vancouver keeper.
Vancouver keeper Austin Wallace is protected by Caitlin, a previous McGill player. It's interesting to see people from East Regionals come out to West Regionals and perform on such a high level.
And that is a goal once again. And quaffle being brought up once again by Edmonton keeper. Looking to make a pass, probably. He's making some calls there. Seeing a lot of movement from the Edmonton team.
Edmonton team very open, very ready.
Lots of players deep on the pitch, looking to get possibly behind the hoops. A bit of a bludger struggle, and there's going to be a drive from the Edmonton keeper. Looking, he does dodge the bludger, but the goal is no good.
When you're that high in the air, falling down that quick, making goals like that is significantly more difficult than
And you can tell that Edmonton is starting to feel a little bit flustered as they are now 1 goal behind when they were previously leading in this game. The score is currently 30-20 in Vancouver Storm Crows taking the lead. Edmonton just looking to get a nice tight defense to try and stop them from getting even more points on the current gold medal team.
All 3 bludgers are now in Edmonton's side. They are doing a very aggressive bludger play to try and get a goal.
But we do have a... Ooh! The goal is called good. Did knock down the hoop. And then we have a drive up the pitch from Edmonton, trying to get some points back. There are no bludgers on Vancouver's team. They've gained a bludger, and he was beat, sadly losing the quaffle, and a great opportunity for a goal. We have Austin back with the quaffle. He really just loves running up the pitch, and he's beat by Taylor. That is number 4 on Edmonton, also beat.
Storm Crows taking a second here to repair a play strategy.
And quaffle being brought up by Storm Crows again. Looks like there's a bit of a tussle by the hoops. Number 17 losing the quaffle and being a turnover to Edmonton. Looks like the keeper is going to want to be bringing it up, but it is going to be a bit of a slower play as they're waiting for some subs. And he does a quick drive, surprising the Vancouver Storm Crows with number 1, Indiana Nickel, being dismounted off of his broom by the Edmonton beater. Ooh, sadly missed the pass over there, and the ball is going to go out of bounds. That will be a turnover to Vancouver Storm Crows. Current score is 42-20 for Vancouver. They're really looking to keep up this aggression, running with a lot of speed, lots of drives up to the hoops, and good quick passes. They're really giving Edmonton a run for their money. And drive up once again. Bit of a rainbow pass there. Not sure who that was supposed to be going to. There's a bit of a tussle behind the nukes. Oh, he's going. And he does actually succeed in getting a score. It is now 50-20 for Vancouver Storm Crows. At this rate, they're almost going to pull ahead out of snitch range for Edmonton. And there will be a stoppage of play for a timeout for Edmonton, looking to get a bit of the morale up as they are down 30 points at the moment.
So that is Edmonton's 1 timeout in Quidditch. Each team gets 1 timeout, and timeouts must be used before the snitch is released and when ball is in your keeper's or your player's possession. And then, but both teams are going to use these timeouts to reorganize, to restart, to figure out what their plan is and what their goal is, and how they're going to work around what the other team is doing. But these teams don't see each other very often, being that they are from 2 different provinces. But they do see each other now. They see what each other has been practicing, what each other are doing, and they are now changing up their plans and making new decisions to play against each other.
All right, we're hearing cheers come up from Edmonton as they're making their way back to the pitch. And then there's the cheer from the Storm Pros as well, looking to get this game back underway. Like Edmonton has found a bit of energy, looking to strategize and get some points on their Vancouver rivals. And we have a pass from keeper to 73 on Edmonton. Looking for some contact there and right back to the keeper. Looking to bring it up, but we do have pressure from number 1 again. Looking more contact, really bring him down, and actually he is beat. Looking like we're still going to have that quaffle in Edmonton's control.
And there goes the power couple. Lim throws to Soleil, and Soleil is almost able to take it in, but it's catch up by Storm Pros.
Tough luck once again for the Edmonton Aurors, just trying to score another point on the leading Vancouver team.
Storm Pros now moving up
And
slowly,
there is a stoppage
and there
of
is
play.
a delayed penalty against the Storm Pros. We don't know what this penalty is, but
We'll soon find out. All right, looks like we're about to find out what the stoppage was about. And it is going to be no call, just a resume on play. Looks like there was just a bit of a mishap there with some of the communication of the refs. Now we have number 88 on Vancouver Storm Pros, bringing the quaffle up. Quick play there by Edmonton, trying to get that ball back, but sadly wasn't going to happen. Quaffle now on the ground, and once again in Edmonton's possession. Let's see if they can get it up this time. Bit of a scuffle there, trying to get the quaffle. It looks like Edmonton did manage to hang on to it and get the subs they needed. Once again, bringing it up the pitch. Quick beat there and a missed shot. Trying to go for the long shots, but they're just not getting through with the tight defense from Vancouver Storm Pros.
and here comes Wyatt Rasher
Lots
coming
of
up against
speed.
no beaters, only chasers. He's going to get through one. He's going to try and get through
Two
another.
brings down an
and
Edmonton player.
He lost the quaffle.
And a turnover to Edmonton once again. Although Edmonton's not being able to score as much as Vancouver, looks like they have gotten their defense a bit tighter. They're being able to stop those drives from the Vancouver team. Another really long pass, just completely missing the mark there from the Edmonton people.
I don't even know if that was a pass or if that was a shot on goal, but it didn't go in either.
Looks like the quaffle is going to go back to Vancouver as the ball take out of bounds. All right, and number 6, Austin Wallace, bringing it up again. Some quick steps, possibly trying to psych out Edmonton. Loses the quaffle. Bit of a fumble there. Edmonton absolutely driving up, trying to get a point on.
And Edmonton is beat, and second one from Edmonton goes.
And there
they
is
score.
the goal that they've been searching for all this time. Great play there from Edmonton after that fumble from Vancouver. You know, with teams this good, you really just can't, you know, make the little mistakes like that. That's what they're going to be capitalizing on the most.
Storm Pros doesn't seem to be deterred, moving up in their same formation. Everybody moving at the same speed forward. They've got 2 going deep in for long passes, and then 2 beaters going up, and 1 chaser who gets a short pass.
Looks like we got a pass up to Indiana Nickel, looking to pass back to Austin Wallace once again. And Wallace bringing it up, stopped by the Edmonton Aurors. And the quaffle being brought up once again by number 15. on the Edmonton Aurors over to Soleil. Looking and a pass back. Ooh, that was a bit of a tough hit. Gets the quaffle out of his hands, but he is going to continue bringing it up. No turnover there. Knocks over a hoop, but does miss the hoop. And doesn't get the goal. Looks like there's a scuffle for the quaffle. Can we get beaters over here in time to release that ball?
Edmonton's players using a strategy called turtling, where they cover the quaffle with their body and try to prevent a take from a storm crow. Storm crows, the only way to get around this usually is a beater, as done by Nathan.
Reminds me a lot of an armadillo, if I can be honest, Turner. When in doubt, curl up into a ball and hope for the best. And the quaffle once again in the Storm Crow's possession as they bring it up the pitch.
10:58. 10:58.
And looking like quite a bit of aggression here from Mike on the Edmonton Aurors. Number 27 does get a wrap on Austin, but doesn't quite have the ability to bring him down. So a nice pass over to the back behind the hoops, and that was no goal called. Didn't quite make it through. There was a nice, and there's the goal right there from the Vancouver Storm Crows. The score is now 62-30. Vancouver leading. Still, Edmonton just not quite able to get those points that they're looking for. But hopefully this time they'll be able to as they bring it up the pitch once again.
Now Lim is carrying the ball, Soleil is behind. They've got two more Aurors behind the hoops. And Lim throws
Nice
back to
pass
Soleil. And Soleil throws forward. And Storm Crows are going to recover the ball. And there's a bit of a beater tussle going on the top left. And
Storm Crows just flying up the pitch here, trying to get a basket in. And they do succeed. Beautiful goal there from the Vancouver Storm Crows. So that does mean that the Edmonton Aurors are now once again out of snitch range. So like 17 minutes when the snitch is released. The Seekers will get ready to go.
12:36.
At 18 minutes, try and catch the snitch.
12:36.
Time is currently 12:36, so Edmonton does have some time to get those a couple extra points they need to get back into snitch range and try and close the game. As the snitch catch does get your team 30 points and ends the match.
if Edmonton is to catch on when they are 30 points down, the game will go to an overtime for 5 minutes.
So all they're looking for right now, if that's the goal, just to get to overtime, is going to be one extra point. But Storm Crows are just not giving up possession of that quaffle.
And here they go. Nathan Aranu is working as a shield for his keeper, Austin Wallace. He's keeping this lead chaser very far away and beats the chaser. Beater comes right up to the attack and
Sadly loses the quaffle there, and looks like we're going to get a drive up from Edmonton Aurors. There is a beater on the Vancouver Storm Crows too, in fact, both with bludgers looking to end that play. And so they slow it right back down and set up for hopefully some beautiful passes and the goal that they are looking for.
Beaters are defending in a left-right formation. One defends left side of the field, one defends right.
Tries to drive behind the hoops, but the ball is scooped up by Austin. He sprints behind the pitch with remarkable speed, gets a pass, and a beautiful goal there. The Vancouver Storm Crows. Absolutely lovely pass.
That is Jonathan Parent's first goal, to my knowledge, and to, I think, to the best of his knowledge. He's not a parent, that is his last name. Yeah, but the joke was that he's not a parent.
Sorry. Carry on.
That's in the live stream now?
Yeah.
Right. And Perron looking for a hit here on the Edmonton people. Brings him down, but doesn't lose the quaffle. Edmonton still looking to make a play. Misses the hoop, sadly, just a bit too high. But they will regain the quaffle and be able to set up for another play against the Vancouver Storm Crows. Once again, not sure if that was a shot on net or a pass, but it didn't succeed. Ball being turned over right back to the Vancouver Stormcrows.
Stormcrows are advancing with all of their players now in Edmonton zone, setting up, getting ready for something, and it's a drive by Austin to a pass to
Indiana, loses the quaffle, and turnover to Edmonton. Bit of a scuffle over there, trying to get the quaffle, and it does successfully go to the keeper. Looking to make a play. Get back in snitch range as we're getting closer and closer to the snitch's release.
Significant pressure on Elim as he brings the ball up by Katie on the Stormcrows, and a beater gets rid of her for him.
Beautiful shot, but sadly doesn't quite make it in. And once again, that same turtling strategy that we talked about before, just to get that quaffle to the keeper and have a safe play against Edmonton. Stormcrows definitely feeling confident, feeling like they do have a shot at redemption here, seeing as the last time they played each other at this tournament, the Edmonton Aurors did come out victorious, but Stormcrows really putting up a fight here. Not giving Edmonton much room. Sadly, Stormcrows do miss the shot and the ball goes back over to Edmonton. Bunch of subs coming out for Edmonton, possibly not at the right time, as number 1 Indiana Nickel looks to get that quaffle. Finally beat, and back to hoops he goes.
Time, please. Time.
16:55. Game time is 16:55, so...
And snitch is released. It's 17 minutes.
Seekers in the table.
The snitch today is Matthias, and he has a German last name, which I will not even attempt to pronounce on air. And he's a player for the Viper Teeth, who is serving as a volunteer as a snitch for this final championship.
Definitely not the final, but it sure does feel like it with all of the energy coming out from both teams. Waffle back in Aurors' control as he tries to look for an opening from one of his teammates or possibly make a drive. He is beat. Waffle going down. Scooped up by the Aurors, looking for a drive. We're going to have contacts coming out. Back to the keeper. Comes up. He is beat. Turnover down to the Stormcrows. They're going to look to make a play, but slow things right down. And it's 5 seconds until the Seekers are released. All right, and the Seekers are commencing. We have number 31 for Edmonton Aurors looking to catch that snitch, but probably more so at this point defend from the Vancouver Stormcrows from catching it. Oh, and that's a quick catch coming out from number 1 of the Vancouver Stormcrows. Let's see what the call is. If the catch is good, they will come out victorious, but we will not know until the referees converse.
Indiana Nickel is known as one of the best seekers and best snitches in Canada, if not the best seeker and best snitch in Canada. So a catch like this quick, isn't as much of a surprise from him as it would be from another player, but it is still quick to see a very quick catch like this.
This could be the end of a very exciting game. You can see the look of defeat starting to show up on Edmonton's faces. Obviously looking for redemption. Hopefully tomorrow they're going to have that opportunity. The catch was called no good.
That's just called no good.
So the game is going to continue. And we'll see if we're able to get another extremely fast snitch catch from the Vancouver Stormcrows, who are really just looking to end this game and secure their victory. Edmonton's going to have a bit of a tough time trying to catch up and get in range for that snitch catch to win the game, as the score is currently 80-30. So Edmonton needs to get 2 more points to have a chance of tying the game with the snitch catch. That's a lot to ask from a team that has been struggling all game just to get a shot on goal. Blocked once again by the Viper Teeth. Or not the Viper Teeth, that's the wrong team. The Stormcrows. And a goal by them, bringing their lead even further away from the Edmonton Aurors. score 90-30. Edmonton desperately trying to hold on, but you know, starting to get tired. It's been a long day. We're towards the end of the day of Quidditch.
Now, of note,
No goal once again for Edmonton. They just cannot catch a break against the defense from the Vancouver Stormcrows.
Thank you so much for that.
Matthias is now putting the seeker from the Edmonton Aurors in between him and Indiana Nickel in an attempt of slowing Indiana Nickel down. The seeker from the Edmonton Aurors seems to be working with this and working as a defensive seeker, not letting Indiana anywhere near the snitch.
This is in hopes that Edmonton can score enough points to get back in snitch range and have a hopes of winning or at least tying this game. The rain is starting to come down a bit harder. This does make all of the balls, the quaffle as well as the bludgers, quite a bit more slippery. We'll see if the teams are able to hang on to the balls as well as they were before. Ball once again thrown out of bounds by Edmonton. It's going to be picked up by the Vancouver Stormcrows.
The seeker has switched on the Vancouver Stormcrows from Indiana Nickel to Wyatt Bashir. Indiana was either tired or wanted to get Wyatt in a chance to see how he would perform against some ties. Very good snitch. Wyatt is also a very good seeker.
And there is a catch coming out from Wyatt. We will have to wait on the call to see whether this catch was good. But that could just be the end of the Vancouver Stormcrows versus the Edmonton Aurors.
Some shouts of dad from some UBC players present. Wyatt is, as well as being a player on the Stormcrows, is the coach of the UBC Thunderbirds Quidditch team. And that's why they affectionately call him dad. Don't ask me, it's just what they do.
And the catch is called good. That is going to be a victory. 120 points to 30 points for the Vancouver Stormcrows against the Edmonton Aurors. A sad defeat for the Aurors, looking to defend their last victory over the Stormcrows, but they'll be looking for redemption tomorrow as the Quidditch Western Canada Regional Championships continue in Surrey, BC.